Bonjour, mes amis. I am in Les Houches, a small village a few kilometers and a local bus ride away from Chamonix, site of the first Winter Olympic Games 1924. And I'm stepping off on the Tour de Mont Blanc. Tour de Mont Blanc, for those who don't know, is sort of one of the original alpine trekking routes established sort of for the upper crust to go get their wild on a little bit, and it makes a circuit around Mont Blanc, hence the name. And I'm in France right now. In a couple days I will cross the border into Italy, and several days after that, just before the finish, I will be in Switzerland for a short period, a day or two, something like that. Weather's cloudy, supposed to rain today. So we'll see how this all works out. I'm approaching this differently than most people who do the Tour de Mont Blanc. Tour de Mont Blanc is traditionally done hut to hut, and this circuit and others like it were the inspiration for the hut system in the White Mountains. So you show up at the hut. Well, you just don't show up usually. And you're given a bed in a dormitory typically. Full course meal, breakfast in the morning, and if you'd like a packed lunch to get you to the next hut. Now the problem with this system, at least for Farrell, is that this does not fit my style of hiking, which is much freer. Because these huts typically have to be booked months in advance, maybe a year in advance. And so you need to determine exactly which hut you're going to be staying on what date. So there's no flexibility for travel problems, for weather, for injuries. You're stuck. But as I was saying, this doesn't really fit my style and not the way I'm approaching it. If one follows the guidebook, these refugios or hostels where one stays, these huts, many of which are just privately owned, family run. They're all booked up. And so I didn't want to do that. So I did some research in camping because I figured, hey, I'll just bring my tent, I'll bring my sleeping bag, it'll all be good. And so that's what I'm going to do. Partly in an effort to prove it can be done, as I'm sure it can, but also just because it fits the way I like to hike. Other than one booking to the east of Courmayeur that kind of doesn't really have any legal camping options, I have no reservations anywhere. So we'll see how it plays out. My plan today is to go to a designated wild camping spot that it is legal. Wild camping in most places in the Alps is not legal. Depends on the jurisdiction, of course, and whether you're above tree line, etc., etc., etc. But this one is designated, so we'll see how that works out. We'll see how my lungs work out. I'm currently at 1,000 meters or so elevation. I've been at near sea level for a month, and no trail legs, not really. Part of it so far has gone on road, switchback up, some on trail, some on this dirt road here. Gravel, whatever you want to call it. Pretty steep uphill though. I'm gonna have to look up how many meters I gain in how many kilometers. It's pretty steep though for the first couple hours. And Mont Blanc through the clouds, through the fog, in view. Beautiful. I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot of the mountain as the days go by. Oh, I think that is like a cog railway that goes up part of the way up Mont Blanc. Huh. Has to be it. From the ski place. The 3-room school in this little village with all its beautiful outbuildings. Old with slate roofs. Beautiful in the shadow of Mont Blanc. It's raining. I arrived at Les Contamis, don't know. Had a nice rest. It was, I want to say about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. Went to the local boulangerie in town and had a nice portion of quiche, very tasty. Because I hadn't had any lunch, nothing since breakfast. I had realized yesterday that while I have my cook kit, I don't have any gas for my stove. So right now I have no means of cooking. So no means of cooking dinner. Today is the 2nd of June, which means it's a Monday, which means basically all the restaurants are closed too. And I gotta say, there are very few hikers around. I just saw one on the other side of the stream that looks like he's could be a TMB hiker. But right now, supper does not look good. I stopped by the Carrefour store and I got a couple pastries, which I've now eaten, a bag of granola, which is probably going to be supper because I don't have to cook it. I'll just have it with some yogurt. You know, I was wondering if this route, the TMB that I'm on right now, the part going down the valley, might have been an old Roman road. Pont Romain. Indications are good. This is an old Roman road and a bridge across the Nant, something like that. Good reason to have a bridge here. Just downstream from here is a natural bridge.